Recently, someone asked more information on how the side impale grafting works, and I went to check on this one, which was a side impale graft, and you can see the taproot. I don't want to uproot this so far because it's part of the experiment on the proof of concept harvesting versus the control. But you can see that there's a graft, this rootstock. It's impaling on the side, and the taproot is growing on its own. So the idea is not too difficult, but I'll try to explain it a little better. So I selected 3 seedlings just to demonstrate this technique again. Here's the rootstock. You could choose any stock you want. This is just what I have on hand. You can use periscopies. You can use trichocereus. You can use pretty much any plant that's compatible. And first you want to prepare the stock. And the least exposed flesh, the better. It'll prevent excessive wrinkling. So you don't want to cut more than halfway, maybe a third. So yeah, this is enough. I'll just make another cut. And for the thickness, it doesn't really matter, but you don't want it too thick. So I'll reduce this a little bit. Okay, I think this one's pretty clear. So here I'm doing a flat impale graft. You can make it into a pencil shaving where you would bevel the top so that you basically just penetrate the scion. And then here I'll cut approximately a third. So here you have exposure to a portion of the vascular ring and a portion of the taproot. I think this is still a bit thick, but it should be fine. No, it's too thick still. So I'll make this thinner. That's thinner. Very slightly open the graft location. Push it in so that the union is tight. And then that's basically it. That's a side impale graft. The taproot will continue to develop, and it'll have an increased growth rate from the rootstock. This isn't exactly the most practical grafting style there is, but if done correctly, you get a nice increase in the scion's growth while keeping the taproot. But this isn't exactly for everyone, since you need pretty steady hands, and I'm already having difficulties grafting, and I'm only in my mid-30s, so be aware of this when you try to attempt this grafting style. Okay, so now I'll just make sure that it stays close to the stock. You want to apply pressure, but not excessive amount of pressure from both ends. And there you go. So from here, depending on the size of the stock and the scion you choose, you can leave it without a humidity wrap. But this is still small, so I'm going to cover this loosely with a humidity wrap, with cling wrap. Then there you go. That's good. And then I'll wrap it like I did the previous one. So later on, after the union has joined, you can remove the excess grafting stock so it doesn't interfere with the taproot. So the success rate isn't the highest with this technique. I'm sure that someone that has steady hands, after a few attempts, they can perfect their own grafting style. But this is the main gist of how you do this. And then again, you want to apply pressure, but not an excessive amount where you're just squeezing the entire graft union. So this, again, you just do a loose cling wrap so that it maintains the humidity but not at 100%. And there you go. That's the side Impale graft. This one will come out better since it's larger, but if you have steady hands, you can keep going down in size. This is already a bit too small for me. And once you cut, it'll be hard not to cut at least half of the graft union, or half of the scion.